Hey, hi, hello, and all that good stuff. My name is Allie, and this is my channel where I talk about book things. So, if I sound kind of awful, I am still getting over a cold or flu or whatever the hell that I've had for over a week now. So at this point, I'm just saying screw it, and I'm gonna film, and it's gonna sound like this. My apologies. I am here today to do the BookTube Newbie Tag. I guess I'm not entirely new to BookTube. I did post a few videos last year, but I only posted a few, and I never did the tag. And then I went on a hiatus from posting after I had my son. So we're gonna do the tag now. And yeah. So before we jump into all the questions that I've got on my paper here, I wanted to just kind of give a heads up about my channel in general. Yes, I did have a couple of videos last year and then kind of disappeared for a while. I had my son in October and I was just gonna not post until 2020 and just kind of do a start over then. But then January happened and January was awful, and February happened and I got really sick and everything kind of fell apart at the beginning of this year. But I am here now. It is the end of February, it's going to be the beginning of March, and this is what I'm considering my fresh start on BookTube. I plan to post probably every Tuesday and Friday. Sometimes that may just be one of those days during the week, depending on everything. So there you go. And now I guess I'll answer these questions. The first question is, why did you start this channel? I feel like I'm going to give the same answer that everyone else gives. I mean, I love books. That seems like the obvious answer. I love to read. I love books. I love everything about it. And honestly, I've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, but I never quite knew what I really wanted to do. I thought about doing gaming videos for a while. I thought about doing makeup videos, and then I realized that I don't even do my makeup like 90% of the time. And I went back and forth on all of these things, and then I discovered BookTube, and I knew this is it. This is what I want to make videos on. And so here I am, making videos about books. Next question is, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to BookTube? I don't really know how to answer this one. I feel like that's hard to say because I'm just starting out, and I know I want to do the staple videos. I want to do TBRs and tags and wrap-ups and all that kind of stuff, but I don't yet know what it is that I'm going to bring that's different. I'm sure it'll be something. I'm sure I'll think of lots of things as time goes on and lots of different videos I want to do. But right now, I'm just not sure what that's going to be yet. Other than you get me, you get my personality. I don't know if that's a win or not. That might not be. That might be a deterrent. Either way, I'm here. And I'm going to make some videos about books. I guess maybe the only unique thing is I read a variety. I read middle grade, YA, adult, in quite a few genres, but I feel like there's other booktubers that do that too. So we'll see. What are you most excited about for this channel? So for me, it's really just I get to create content about something I really love and share it with all of you. And so I'm really excited to just do that. Other than that, it'll just be nice to have someone to talk to about books, because in my life my husband doesn't read, none of my friends really read, so I don't have anyone to talk to, and I just want to rave and rant and say all the things about all the books, and in my real life people just kind of look at me like I'm crazy. So this gives me a chance to get it all out and create something that I want to make. Also, I feel like having a BookTube channel, I might pick up more books and read some different things that I might not otherwise have picked up, and I really like that it'll kind of push me to read out of my comfort zone or to read things that I had never really heard of, and that's really exciting for me to just have more things to read. Why do you love reading? This one is kind of hard for me to really answer because it's changed throughout the years on why I really love it. I grew up reading, and I just loved reading because I thought it was really fun. And for the longest time, that was it. It was just something really fun to do. But as I got older, probably to be middle school, high school age, it started to become something to keep me sane almost, like an escape. And now that's also what it is for me. It is fun, but it's so much more than that for me now. I mean, I deal with some anxiety and other issues like a lot of us do, and reading for me really gives me a place to immerse myself and to just be able to take some time to actually try to relax and enjoy myself without my mind going 100 miles a minute, because reading can kind of take that and calm it down a little bit for me, and that's really helpful. So now that's a big part of why I love reading. What book or series got you into reading? This is another one that's hard for me to answer because I started reading very, very young, and I can't remember what I really liked to read when I was very little, so I can't say what got me into reading. Now, when it comes to what books I really remember kind of cementing my love for reading, I would say that in middle school, I've read Poison Study and the rest of that series by Maria V. Snyder, which is a young adult fantasy with some romance, and that was one of the first series that I really, really got into and really felt connected to. And so I would say that those books were definitely very solidly in my mind, and I will always remember them. And of course there's Twilight. I did read Twilight in middle school. I did love Twilight in middle school. I don't know if I could read Twilight now and enjoy it at all, but I did love it back then, and it definitely got me reading more at the time. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I would probably ask them about editing and lighting and those sorts of things, because I feel like I have so much to learn when it comes to all of that. I mean, I'm filming on my phone, which I feel like is fine. If you film on your phone, good for you, do it. Cameras are so expensive, and I would like to get one someday, but that day is not today. But when it comes to editing, I really only kind of know what I'm doing, and I just kind of cut sections and throw it together, but I don't know how to do anything more than that. So I would probably ask them for advice on editing booktube videos. What challenges of starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? For me, I think that's going to be posting regularly. I really want to post 2 videos a week, but I am a mom to a 4.5-month-old, and I also work part-time, and right now we have a newborn puppy in our house. So I'm a pretty busy person in general, but I really am determined to take the time for this channel because it's something I really, really want to do, and I feel like it'll be really beneficial for me to just have something for myself. And also, you know, it's almost like work a little bit, so it makes me feel productive and accomplished as well. So I'm really determined to do that, but I know that posting regularly will definitely be one of the biggest challenges. When did you start reading? I think I already mentioned this. I started reading the moment I could read. I don't remember this, but apparently when I was really little, all I wanted to do was learn how to read. I learned how to read before I even went into school because I just so desperately wanted to. I loved it so much. So I guess when did I start reading? When I could read. Where do you read? I mainly read in my big recliner chair in my living room, because then my son can just kind of be next to me in his pack and play doing whatever, or taking a nap, and then I just kind of sink into my chair and read there. I don't really read in this space, my library space, because I just don't have a decent chair up here. I want to get like a big squishy beanbag chair or something maybe for this space, and then I think I'll read up here a lot more. I also read in my car a lot because I have a habit of showing up to things really early, and I'm not ready to go in until it like is the time the thing starts. So I read in my car until the time, you know, whatever. What kind of books do you like to read? These books! No, really though, fantasy is my number one. Middle grade fantasy, YA fantasy, adult fantasy, all fantasy. I love it. I need it. Want more of it all the time. I can't say that I have a favorite between middle grade YA and adult for fantasy. I like it all for different reasons. And then other than that, I read contemporary, thriller, romance, and I'm getting into horror. I don't know a lot about it, and I don't know where to start with it, but I'm starting to try to get into horror because Thrillers I enjoy, but a lot of the times they don't go far enough for me. I always want something more from them, so I'm hoping maybe horror will be that something more, and it'll go a little more out there. Okay, I think that's it. I hope I answered those questions okay. I feel like I probably gave kind of the same answers everyone else does, so I don't know how helpful that was for you, but there was the BookTube Newbie Tag. And I will see you guys next time.